Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarah. I'm the program director at Blue Ridge Literacy. And today I'm very pleased to welcome our special guest speaker, Ashley Fellers. Welcome,
Hello.
Ashley.
Hi guys.
So Ashley has been a volunteer with Blue Ridge Literacy for several months now. And Ashley, can you tell us, how did you get involved with BRL?
Sure. So I actually had a friend who's a tutor at Blue Ridge Literacy who referred me, but frankly, I had just heard good things in the community for a while. And me being a freelance writer and a teacher, a words person, a language person myself, it just seemed like an obvious fit. If you think about it, I know this might sound a little bit geeky, but I've always said about language, like the widest distance or the widest divide in the world is like between you and me. Like, we're two different people and we're always reaching out and trying to understand each other. And like, language is our only bridge in most cases. And it's an imperfect bridge, but it's a pretty good one. So it just made sense that this was just another way that I could kind of share those gifts and draw those connections with others. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
That was so eloquently stated. That was beautiful. Wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit more about your experience with tutoring, who you've been working with and how that process has been going?
Sure. So I was placed with a learner who has actually been in the country. She's a Korean woman who's been in the country for some 35 years, pretty comfortable speaking, but wanted to develop writing skills a little bit as well as reading. And so that became a really fun challenge for me. If you haven't taught English before, or if you have, like me, but maybe not necessarily to an English language learner or somebody who's learning English as a second language or a third or a fourth or a fifth language, it's a kind of a cool challenge for yourself because it will force you to find other words to explain things that you consider to be wrongly considered to be innate, right? Or easy to understand. It will make you re-examine your own relationship with the language that if for you is your first language. And so it's a really interesting process. We started out doing a lot of grammar and punctuation and things like that. And then as the pandemic hit and shutdowns happened, I think my learner and I also just really came to appreciate just FaceTime calls and the relational side of it, the connection of just being able to chat. And I also was able to help her order library books when the library was closed to patrons and be able to come and pick them up. And so our meetings sort of developed into like little mini book club discussions where I would help her order a bunch of books and then ask what she was reading, and we would just chat about that. And so that was also a different but a really fun experience as well.
That is really neat, to put a buzzword out there, how you have digitally pivoted during your tutoring experience. And many of our volunteers right now are having the same experience, and acting as a guide and facilitator for some ways of learning digital literacy, helping their learner acquire those skills, or just introducing different resources that are available in the area, providing equitable access for everyone. Yeah. So that's wonderful. Great. And do you have any message for someone who is thinking about volunteering, but just not sure if they're ready to commit yet?
Sure. Yeah. So one of the first things I thought when I hear that question is, when you hear me talk as somebody who's like an English teacher and a writer, it's easy to think that maybe you have to be some kind of language expert in order to be a good tutor, but I absolutely don't think that's true. I don't think you have to even think of tutoring as teaching a class per se. So much of it is conversational and relational, and it's creating just a context to have conversations in English. That could be a really invaluable thing for certain learners depending on their goals. So yeah, I would say don't be intimidated, and just consider that you might have the exact gift, the exact conversational gift that somebody else needs.
That's so true. Each of our students has different goals. Some of them might be just casual conversation. Mm-hmm. Maybe they have quite strong skills in academic language, but they want to practice more casual conversation. So there's a variety of different goals for all the people we work with. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks again for joining us for this short interview, Ashley. Yes. And I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.